Welcome to the Startup Den. My name is Son-Trang. I am very, very excited today to be moderating the Startup Den. We have an amazing, esteemed panel of judges. We have awesome startups today. So if any of you want to listen to the awesome pitches today, please stage. Today we have 4 great judges with us. All coming from different backgrounds, different experiences. And today the format will be every startup will have 5 minutes to pitch, 6 minutes actually today, 6 minutes to pitch and 5 minutes for questioning. And then after that, the questions will come from the judges. Maybe Jonathan, you can say a few words before we get started today. There's a mic.
Yeah, well done, Son-Trang. I just want to express my sincere thanks to you for everything you've done in gathering all these startups together. Also, real focus on women as well. How many women do we have participating?
So we have 6 startups in total, and 3 are women-led startups, and 3 awesome judges as well.
That's
so
great.
Most of our members today are women.
Fantastic. And also, Salma, maybe you can just tell us a little bit about the startup competition that you ran the other last year, and they're participating here in the exhibition as well.
So yes, we actually have our Women in Tech Startup Competition, which is one of our flagship initiatives. And we have some of the winners of the competition promoting their solutions here at your booth today. Yes, just over there.
All right, well, back to you, Son-Trang. Thank you for organizing this.
Let's get started. We're going to start off with our first pitch from Girish Prabhu with Instio Experiences. You have 5 minutes. You have 5 minutes and 6 minutes, sorry, and then we do 5 minutes for questioning.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Yes. Initial challenges. Good afternoon, everyone. I am Girish Prabhu, CEO and co-founder of Instio. I am proud to be here this day talking about pressing challenges of hospitality. Hotel staffs today are feeling pressure. They are in immense pressure because many reasons. The smile on their faces may not be reflecting the right things at the true feelings. The reason hotels are actually across the board is finding it difficult to recruit and retain good quality staffs. What happens is, as a result, the existing staff has to take up additional challenges, additional responsibilities, that too without proper training on their brand standards. Sorry. On top of this, we are also facing issues like service drops. Service drops actually affects your reputation and your profits. Issues with your service actually deter your potential customers, affecting your revenue. And on top of it, every hotels are working with many different systems. Training the staff, the new staff or the existing staff, is actually putting burden on these members. Hotel managers are struggling to manage day-to-day operations. And all this complexity now again adding unforeseen expenses, unbudgeted expenses, affecting your bottom line. Without having proper time alerts, managers are not able to manage their bottom line. What if I tell you there is a solution for every problem? Allow me to introduce HotelOps AI from Instio. We are an AI-powered solution helps your staff to focus on service, not technology. If we offer a very comprehensive solution for all departments, basically streamlining the operations and improving the efficiency. The main factor, I'm sorry. This is tricky. So what basically we do is learn from your SOPs. Learn from your SOPs, create individual apps for your staffs so that they are constantly looking at the procedures, they are constantly on the job training to provide a proper service delivery and improved guest experience. Imagine a world where your staff is basically focusing on critical things like talking to your customers, taking care of very important problems. Rest of the things, AI agents that we deploy will take care of the repeat administrative tasks like collecting feedback, replying to your reviews, assigning job for your housekeeping team, everything. The result, we have much engaged staff and a profitable operation. We are here to revolutionize the hospitality operations. Please join us to transform how hotels work today. Thank you. I'll take extra minute. I just want to introduce something that we just finished, an integration with one of the best access control system in the world, that's Salto. Oh, this is wrong. Wrong PPT. Can you put that PPT, please? Because we want to put 3, the last one. Sorry for that, technical trouble. It's version 3.1. The last one. Yeah, I want to put a QR code. So basically what Salto does is it's the only one access control system in this world which enables you with web key. So you don't have to deploy any app on your phone. You can actually use a mobile web app and scan a QR code. Yes. Thank you. You can scan this QR code. It opens up an app from Instio, and you can actually swipe and open this key. Swipe, yeah, just opened. Yes. So imagine you are near the gate with 2 full bags and your hands are tight. You cannot take your phone to swap on your door. You just can swipe it and open the door and just go into the room. So that's what our latest integration just happened last week. Thank you. Questions?
Hi, Girish.
Hi.
This is an impressive idea, and I think we all need it.
Yes.
As we love shopping, and our hands are always full. I have only 2 questions. I think it is regarding the MVP. So have you built the MVP in the market, especially in Saudi market?
Oh, no. We are currently deployed into hundreds of hotels in India and Singapore.
Yeah.
We are entering Middle East. So we are looking for early signups. And yeah, I can just show you some of our customers. Yeah, this is Middle East. We work with, this is Singapore. We work with Novotel Living in Singapore. And yeah, these are our few customers existing. These large groups, some of them.
Interesting. The other question is regarding the competitors. Who are you going to compete, or is there any competitors, and how do you differ?
Yes, we do have competitors, like the large ones like Actable,
Yeah.
which is now a combination of 4 different products: Alice, Effectiveness, and Transcend, everything. So they but look at the top layer of the systems, but they don't come down to few other aspects. Like they say we are the operation solution, but we take care of many other factors, because operations affects your sales, operation affects your reputation, operations affects your basically entire profitability. So we built tools just like Actable, but putting profitability, that's the the accounting finance part, also guest experience part. So it's an end-to-end solution, and we enable AI agents for this.
Clear. Thank you, and good luck.
Thank you.
Girish, thank you so much. Really interesting. What I don't quite understand is the AI side and your focus on AI, and then all of a sudden this product on the table here.
Yeah. So so this is our AI side, just to give you an idea what it works, how it works. So typically everyone says, yeah, we are AI. We go in tie up with some Gen AI. What happens is, when you say, how do I check into a room? Gen AI will give you crazy ideas. But if it is restricting to your SOP, brand standards, it is the perfect training that you can give to your staff. So this is one example of our housekeeping app. In this example, I have demonstrated the housekeeping staff, new coming guy or the lady who is in front of the room. Now the system automatically pops up and ask, hey, do you need help with the room check-in process? So they knock and everything. We also make it multilingual voice, so they can plug in their earphones, they can work. And the system automatically prompts, did you check the lights? Did you check the step-by-step as per your SOP? That's the AI part.
No, I love it. I think it's a great idea. You could probably use avatars here as well.
Yes.
But this is a completely different product.
No, it's part of the entire solution.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, good. All
So
right.
we take care of experience, guest experience, that's reputation, feedback, and that actually connects to the operations, where we collect HLP data, your financial data, all those things put together, and it comes as a single 360-degree operations view, and we deploy AI on top of it with your SOP standards.
Very clever. Very clever.
Thank you.
Any other questions? Good. Well done.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you, Girish. I want to move forward to the next startup, but before that, it would be interesting for you startups to know what you will be winning today for the winner for the first prize. So first of all, we have an exciting prize for you from the Rosh Rayhan by Rotana. You get a 2-night stay weekend for 2 people, including breakfast. And another great prize, you will get a mentorship program, so a one-on-one mentorship with each of the judges today. So the winner, you will arrange with each of the judges for a 1-hour mentorship with them. And finally, tomorrow, we will announce you the winner on the at the FHS award ceremony on the summit stage, where you will be having a photo op with the judges and also receive a trophy on the stage. So very exciting prizes. I hope this kind of gives you a little bit of a kick to continue on. Now I would love to introduce Ms. Ulpa Chauhan from Beyond Bamboo. Oh. I wasn't expecting that. Thank you. Okay.
Thank you, judges and audience, for joining us here today. It's a pleasure to have you. We are Beyond Bamboo, and we are a women-led, planet-conscious procurement company. My name is Ulpa Chauhan, and I am one of the 4 directors of the business. I have here with me today Simone, another one of our directors and COO, who will join me later for any questions that you may have. So I'm not going to read this slide out. There's obviously a lot of information and statistics there, but I just want to highlight, first of all, the first percentage that's shown there. Up to 95% of a hotel's emissions comes from Scope 3 supply chain. I just want us to take a moment to think about that. Up to 95% Scope 3 is our supply chain. Now that includes upstream, so that's the purchasing of products and services, and that also includes downstream, which is what happens to the products at the end of life. It's no longer enough just to think about being sustainable. We need to go beyond sustainability. So what is it that we do at Beyond Bamboo? Well, to put it quite simply, we make your life easy. And how do we do that? We give you access to the world's largest database of sustainable, fully sourced and vetted products for the hospitality industry. We make it easy for operating hotels to be able to purchase best-in-class products. We make it easy for new builds to be able to build a sustainable OS&E list. We project manage this list alongside budgets, timelines, ordering, and logistics, all the way through to opening. In addition to this, we also make it easy for our suppliers. We make it easy for them to have access to local and global markets. We make it easy for them to thrive in an industry where they can then be creative and innovative to make more products that are available for hospitality. We also give you access to our knowledge, expertise, and our latest innovations. We make it easy for you to deliver on your sustainability guidelines and your goals. But there's more. We also give you access to Beyond Bamboo's ESG credits. For every single purchase made through Beyond Bamboo, a percentage is given towards ESG credits that then support local and global projects. So we make it easy for you to meet your ESG goals by purchasing sustainable and supporting local. What does this then mean for the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia? We bring access to sustainable sourcing and procurement by buying local and supporting local. We also bring access to knowledge, experience, information that we can bring into the kingdom that then helps to look at local resources and how can we use that to make more sustainable products. Now, in alignment with Vision 2030 and Saudi Made, it's important to know that actually what we can do here is Beyond Bamboo have identified the kingdom as a key geographical location to create one of the world's first fully sustainable manufacturing plant that will create sustainable products for hospitality. So ultimately, what we're giving you here is a luxury of time and resources so that hotels can, and hospitality in general, can do what they do best and focus on the guest experience. Now, we are one industry where there is no competition, and there shouldn't be, because we need to come together, collaborate, and also elevate our own achievements and share the experiences around sustainability. Because for us, sustainability, there is no end journey. We need to go beyond that. And if we can come together with strategic alliances and partners, we can assist each other on this journey. Thank you for your time, because I know it is very precious. I'm just going to invite Simone to join me up on the stage here. Thanks. Any questions?
Hi, I'm Salma Arafa, the Senior Innovation Specialist from Nguyen Tourism. Well, first of all, before I dive into the questions, I want to say that I love that your startup is women-led and focused on sustainability. I'm really happy to see this example in the den here today. My first question would be, as you know, many hotels have already shifted towards sustainable procurement. How does Beyond Bamboo differentiate itself from the market?
Okay, a good question, actually, because we often get asked this. So just to kind of go back to who we are and what we represent, we never started as a procurement company that did a sustainable sideline. We are sustainability. That is the core of who we are. Our passion is about making a difference to planet and humankind. So that's just our sort of core business. We have had an independent competitor analysis done, and there's nothing out there. Where we specialize is the knowledge, experience, and the depth of deep diving that we do into every product and every company that we work with. We're not just looking at a supply chain of the company that's, saying we're selling this product. We're going beyond that. Who owns this company? What do they also stand for? What are their ethics? And so because of that deep dive, and the term gets thrown around a lot, which is greenwashing. Greenwashing happens often unintentionally. I've had people come to me and said, how do I even know this is sustainable? So that's where our expertise comes in. We have a wealth of knowledge. We've got, between the 4 women leaders in the business, we've got over sort of 50 years experience between us in terms of sustainability, hospitality, and also in construction.
That's great. My second question would be, how will companies benefit from using your product, and how will the environment as an extension benefit as well?
Yeah. Shall I take this? Yeah? Okay. So because we don't only think linear when we're working with everybody that we work with. So everything is very much a holistic and circular approach. So as I mentioned very early on in that slide, in terms of thinking about end-of-life products, the way that they would benefit is we don't come in to say, well, you need to swap this for this. It's about, right, okay, what does that actually mean for guest experience? What does that actually mean for you as a business? How do you remove this product? Where does it go? Does it still end up in landfill? If there is no infrastructure there for a hotel in terms of recycling, composting, we can talk about things being biodegradable, but if there's no infrastructure, then that doesn't help. So they not only get the knowledge around the products, but they get our knowledge around the whole ecosystem and sustainability. Do you want to add?
No, I was just going to say that we also help with guidelines, because what we're seeing is a lot of people have really great intentions, but they don't know where to start. So the guidelines and helping them to write them and also understand how that works with their day-to-day operations is also key to that, because it has to be driven from the top down, but everybody has to believe in it along the way. So we also assist with that.
Okay, thank you very much. And my third question would be, can you tell us a little bit more about the products that you're planning to launch aside from the amenities pack that you have explained?
There's key products that we've identified for hotels, which are really tricky products, which are often the sort of most disposable. And amenity packs is one of them, of course. But that also is slippers, bathrobes, linens. We've got a current client who we're working with who has a frustration of women wiping their face on towels that and ends up with makeup on it. And it's like, how do we stop that happening? Because we're now having to wash one towel at least 3-4 times. Now that has other implications in terms of water use and the effects on the environment, the effects on that material. So we're definitely looking at materials as well as the actual amenity packs. So when we talk about innovations, when we work with the new builds, for example, they move, as a procurement company, we don't stop there. We move them over to our operating hotel team. And the reason why that's important is because we can continuously innovate with them. It's not an end goal. So for us, it's just keep going, let's keep going, because there's always going to be somebody who's more innovative and creative somewhere that we can bring into the space and actually work alongside with us.
Okay. And my final question, if I have enough time, is that can you just give us a brief overview of your leadership team and whether any of you have previously launched startups before?
Yes. Okay, so there's myself. My name is Ulpa, and I've started a business before myself, a startup, food business. Passions took me elsewhere. But my background is in 25 years in hospitality, in the travel and tourism industry. I will also work in learning and development, leadership goals, and what we call symbiotic leadership. I won't speak for Simone, but I'll give a quick background on Tiffany, who's our CEO and co-founder. She's been in sustainability for nearly 30 years in leadership and development, has always lived a sustainable life. Jackie, who's our other director and our chief innovations officer and co-founder, she again lives a sustainable life. I've got team members who grow olive trees and make their own olive oil and things. But she's got materials experience and knowledge. She's got a background and studied materials. And I'll let Simone introduce herself.
I come from the development world, so I've always worked on the client side, and I think bringing that to this means that we understand that some of the, complexities and issues that are faced on a day-to-day basis. I've not been in part of a startup, but we have in the past backed a lot of startups. So it's been a great experience with this. Yes.
Oh, and Tiffany, of course, has. Tiffany's has another startup as well called Roundtable Global, and we're sort of sister companies on that.
That's very impressive. Thank you very much, both of you.
Thank you. Oh.
Hello. Actually, being a woman-led startup and addressing the sustainable issue is a big win, I assume. I love your startup, and I have a question actually for you. So I would like to know, what is your go-to-market strategy, and what are your plans for scaling the business?
For scaling the business?
Yeah.
Yeah. Talk about communities. Yeah. I mean, right now, the biggest thing for us is to bring sustainable materials into the supply chain, because what we're seeing is a lot of the same. So we need to disrupt that. We need to invest in material science. We need to invest in new products so that we can actually get that out to the demand that's out there in the industry. For us, we're across Europe, across the UK, the Middle East, and expanding into the kingdom here is really important to us, just strategically because of the location that it is, but also because of a lot of the developments that are happening and how we see international trade coming out of the kingdom itself.
Impressive. Best of luck.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, ladies, very much for your great work.
Thank you very much. It's a bit slippery.
A little hazard here. Go towards here. Thank you very much. I would like to invite Mohamed, Zran on stage, and we'll talk about tenants. Oh. Best of luck, Mohamed.
This one.
Yes, correct.
Okay.
Just 1 second. No. Sorry. This one. Okay.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Mohamed Zran, and I'm the founder of Tenance. I'm here today to introduce to you an innovative property management solution. The problem. Traditional property management has been a time-consuming and labor-intensive task, where property managers often find themselves juggling multiple responsibilities, whether that's tenant communication, maintenance management, or rent collection. This flawed approach often leads to missed deadlines and important tasks being missed, which ultimately leads to unhappy tenants. The solution. Tenance is a property management software that helps landlords and property managers digitalize and streamline their day-to-day operations. Tenance offers a centralized dashboard that includes real-time analysis for their financial performance. They can manage their rent. They can collect their rent through the application. They can manage maintenance. They can fill their vacant properties, and they can do much more just through the application. Now you might be asking yourself, haven't this been done before? The answer to that is yes, but none of the other apps are like Tenance, which brings us to the question, what makes Tenance special? All the other apps lack something vital in today's market, whether they suffer from an outdated UI design, or they lack a variety of features, or they have expensive prices. At Tenance, we value efficiency, simplicity, and affordability. And as well as Tenance has key features that are not included in any other app. These key features include AI predictive analytics, utility management, legal document templates, and one of our most important features, fill your vacancy. With our network of brokers and our built-in listing platform, you can list your vacant properties in order to find tenants for your property, and as well as open API for integration with other softwares you may be using. And other features that are going to be included in our minimum viable product is rent payment and collection, as well as maintenance management and real-time communication with your tenants, as well as tenant screening with a built-in calendar and documents management. Here are a few of our UI designs. This is the dashboard for the mobile application, and this is the rent payment portal. And here are the maintenance management schedule, and this is the performance analytics of the properties. The property market software is valued at $24 billion in 2024. And it's expected to reach just over $50 billion in 2023 with a 9.7% compound annual growth rate. Who are our competitors? Our main competitors that offer similar features with a good UI design include Intrata, Appfolio, Buildium, and Doorloop. Who is Tenance for? Tenance is made specifically for a small landlord that manages 10 to 20 properties. But Tenance is beneficial for landlords and property managers of all sizes, as well as compounds and other marketing strategies. Marketing strategies that we plan to use for Tenance include social media, where we plan to make short-form content displaying the features, as well as long-form content to help users see the more features. As well as we plan to partner with influencers in the niche to help build trust with the brand, as well as targeted ads to target landlords and property managers with 10 to 20 properties. We also want to have a referral program where landlords and property managers can bring their fellow landlords to the app. Business model. Tenance has a pay-as-you-go model. So for every property that you have, you will be paying a price of 70 cents or more, depending on the plan. This is a competitive price because our competitors range from $2 to $5 per property. Without compromising quality, we offer a cheaper alternative, as well as we have better affordability and accessibility. Revenue streams. Our revenue streams are going to come from a monthly subscription fee, for each property, as well as a fee for each of our premium features. Our premium features include fill your vacancy and tenant screening and much more. As well as we're currently looking into strategic partnerships with maintenance marketplaces and service providers to offer instant solution for maintenance for our users. Team. Now let's look at the team behind Tenance. Despite still being a high school student, I've managed to gain more than 4 years of experience in entrepreneurship and international business across many industries like e-commerce, real estate, and even oil and gas. I know where my limitations are, and I plan to recruit and hire people from in departments like marketing and app development to help bring Tenance to become a reality. Tenance is here today to ask for your mentorship and guidance to become the next unicorn. Thank you for listening.
Mohamed, that's very impressive. I'm
you.
so proud of you.
Thank you.
Being 17 years old and doing all this is really, you're very inspiring.
I'm 15.
Good job. You're 15?
Yes.
Oh, wow. Great job. So I'm going to ask you, what is the size of the market for your product, and what is your strategy for reaching and capturing a share of that market?
So the current market size in this year is around $24 billion. How we plan to reach landlords are the marketing strategies that we mentioned before, as well as I forgot to mention that all of our competitors, they primarily focus on North America and the United States market, which leaving the Middle East region almost untouched, with future plans of expanding into other places like Europe and Southeast Asia, which have a high percentage of rental properties.
Okay, another question. Who is your target customer, and how will you reach out to them?
Our target customers are primarily landlords and property managers with around 10 to 20 properties, because at this range they can manage the properties on their own without needing to go to a traditional property management firm, where traditional property management firms often take a percentage from the monthly rent, whether that's 5 to 7% in the Middle East or 8 to 12% in the United States. And we plan to reach them also through the marketing strategies that we mentioned.
My last question would be, how much funding are you seeking, and how will you use the funds?
The amount of funding that we're seeking is not specified, but how we're going to use the funds is either in app development and marketing.
Mohamed, just incredible what you're doing.
Thank you.
How, to give us some background, is how you got into this to begin with when you're a student as well?
So I was looking for, I had a lot of free time on my hands, and I wanted something good to do. So I was looking for gaps in markets. I looked at how most of the startups in the Middle East, how they succeed. And most of the startups, they copy an idea that's being used in North America or in Europe, and they apply that to the Middle East region. Now, I saw this as a great idea, and I saw that there are no competitors in the Middle East region, and I saw this as a good gap for me to make an app to target the Middle East region. And
are you doing the tech as well?
No, I plan on outsourcing. Currently, the MVP is under development, and the MVP is under development. We're using freelancers for that. As it's completely bootstrapped, so I don't have a budget to hire developers, so I'm just using freelancers.
Right, and who have you spoken to in terms of potential clients?
Well, mostly family, friends, and relatives, but we have a lot of people from who own many rental properties. I've already spoken with around like 4 or 5, maybe 10 property managers who are all within the range of under 20 properties, and they all seem pretty interested in the app, and they're waiting for the minimum viable product to be testers for the app.
No, very good, very impressive.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mohamed. I just want to say one thing. if this is the future of hospitality, I am so beyond proud to be part of it. So thank you so much for signing up. We have wonderful startups, and we're going to continue on with ARKHAUS from Sam Payrovi.
Habibi.
Round of applause to Sam. Give me a second. First side. Sorry. No, up. No.
I have to follow that guy.
Give me.
He's a third my age and better spoken and better looking than me.
Hold on. Yes, half.
Just let me know when I'm ready.
Shoot. No. Why? Why cannot open? Give me 1 second. I'm so sorry.
There we go. Am I ready? Assalamu alaikum. Hi, everyone. My name is Sam Payrovi. I am the co-founder and CEO of ARKHAUS. We're very excited to be here at the Future Hospitality Investment Summit because we believe that's exactly what we're building, the future of hospitality as it relates to on water. So allow me to introduce you to ARKHAUS. ARKHAUS is a floating private social club for 360 members and their guests. It is built aboard 4 solar electric yachts that are connected together to create a 900 square meter venue that activates 360 days of the year, bringing members fine dining, activations, programming, and much more. But to be able to build something like this, you have to build a very specialized vessel. And we worked with a partner of ours to build a very new wave of yachts that are specifically inspired for lodging, but even more so for hospitality. This is built by our partner company in Miami. This is a 40-foot solar electric vessel. Lower level is enclosed, upper level is open. You can walk all the way around. But this goes beyond just being hospitality because it is very eco-sustainable. I'll tell you about that. Each vessel, 12.5 kilowatts of solar array on top, so the full club of 4 vessels is 50 kilowatts. That power is not only our moving around of the club, but also the cooking, the lights, the music, and everything else we do. It's fully powered by the sun. When you look at a boat, there are a lot of ways boats create a lot of damage to their environment, and one of those is anchors. This is the water line, and if you look below the water line, you'll see these pillars. We don't use anchors, we use spuds. These spuds go down and hit the seabed, and they do 2 things. They lift the entire club out of water by about 5 feet, which means we don't rock. When you have people eating and drinking, you don't want people rocking. Second thing they do is they only create 16 square feet of impact to lift the entire club out of water. They don't dig into the seabed, they just hit the sand and lift the club up. To give a frame of reference, a single fishing boat creates 150 square feet of an anchor raking the seabed. This entire club is 16 square feet. So that's a 90% reduction in impact. We have the benefit of modularity. We can bring in a single vessel, we can add a second vessel, we can stretch them out and add a pool in the middle. We can bring in 2 more to bring a club. Later on, we can bring in the 80-foot vessels and make any combination of 80 and 40 footers. We can split the vessels to different cities, move them around, do anything we want to, because we're not building real estate. These are vessels. And then we're going to extend the experience off the club. This is a stealth project we've been working on for a year and a half called Codename Elixir. This is the world's first fully electric luxury water taxi. This is in engineering right now. The first one will come off the line in early 2025. And it will not only become the water taxi for our club, but eventually for other hospitality players as well. Oh, it's a little bit cut off, but I'll walk you through it. So ultimately, what is ARKHAUS? We are two things. First, we're a global network of floating social clubs, sorry. Our first club is launching in Miami this summer. We're 2 months away from receiving the vessels and turning everything on. We have a goal of opening 7 locations in 5 years and then getting to 30 locations in 10 years. So why can we expand so fast? Because it's not real estate. We build the vessels offsite in a warehouse while we pre-sell the memberships. We get our food and beverage partnerships, permitting, everything we need to do, drop it in. We can turn any city live in 12 months from the time we say go. But what do you do when you've built 30 clubs and you don't want to keep building clubs and diluting the concept? And you've only scratched a fraction of the world's waterways. We're building a floating hospitality as a service solution where we're going to take everything we do, our IP, our knowledge, staffing, operations, access to vessels, integrated financing, and we can basically bring this to any other hospitality provider, whether it's a waterfront hotel, restaurant, bar, music venue, and we can help them get onto water as well. They don't have to go do the headbanging that we've done for 3 years to open up Miami. So I'll walk you through where we are in Miami. We have taken care of our locations. That's all done. Our regulatory work, Coast Guard actually loves the project. They've given us the confines on which we can expand nationally without having to ask any more questions. The vessels are in build right now. They will be rolling off the line in 2 months. The vessel financing is complete. I will come back to that. Membership pre-sales, customers, we're sold out. In 9 months from when we announced it, we fully sold out the Miami Club. We have been basically waiting for the vessels to get to us for the last year and change. So that shows the level of traction that we have. Each location. Let's all go. So each location, we project our numbers on a 50% capacity. 12.9 million top line comes from membership, guest passes, food and beverage, and we're a 5.5 million bottom line location, and that's at 50%. We actually think we're going to operate around 70 to 75%, so you can tack on about another third to that. So ARKHAUS to date, just for the Miami location, we've already raised $3 million of equity. We got a $5 million SBA loan. The U.S. Small Business Administration generally does not give loans to pre-revenue startups. We not only got it, we got the $5 million cap. So they did 5 months of underwriting. They know my dog's name. They know everything. And it's, I think, amazing that we got that. So we're not here raising money for our Miami club. We have a goal of expanding to 30 clubs in 10 years, and we're looking for a programmatic financing partner. So when we identify a certain market and say we have enough pre-sales, we capitalize it and launch it very quickly. Each location is $10 million. We're $6 million of debt stacked on top of $4 million of equity to be split by the program and ARKHAUS. And that finances $7 million of CapEx, the vessels, and $3 million of OpEx. And we go into each market in a very phased approach. Market discovery, once we hit that, we go into pre-sales. Once we hit a certain number of pre-sales, we put down the deposits, finance the vessels, go into pre-launch ops. 12 months, we're launched. So this is my team. I myself spent 14 years in investment banking in New York City, some of the biggest firms in the world. Natalie, my co-founder, is luxury marketing and branding from LVMH, very big company. The rest of our team is all very seasoned, from Coast Guard, major food and beverage operator, maritime finance, head of finance, and this is the team that's basically putting this together. So with that, thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Well done. I love the branding and of ARKHAUS. It's interesting.
I did none of the branding, just so you know.
It's the
That's all Natalie.
So what is your competitive advantage and how do you differentiate yourself from competitors?
So the first thing in terms of floating hospitality, there are a few competitors, but they're nothing like this. There is the Island in Sydney. There is the Wharf in New York. And there are a couple other things that are just a venue on a barge. Nobody else yet has put multiple yachts together to create a club that has the ability to modularly split, come back, and do a variety of other things. But our competitive advantage and how we created a moat around our business is through our partnership with our manufacturer. Our manufacturer was building these boats as lodging. They're a Dutch-inspired, French-run, Miami-based company. And we went to them, we said, we want to use those boats to create a venue. We had to build commercially registered boats to do that, and they weren't ready to do that. So we took some of our investment dollars and we invested in them, and we locked up the commercial line. So Soho House, who is our on-land competitor, if they wanted to copy us right now and went to ARKHAUS would say, I can't sell you boats because ARKHAUS already owns a production line. Any other company would have to go find another manufacturer, design, engineer, and build boats. That's going to put them at least 5 years behind.
That's a thriving combination, actually. So what milestones have you achieved so far, such as sales, partnership, or user growth?
I'm sorry, say that one more time.
What milestones have you achieved so far in terms of sales, partnership, or user growth?
So in our Miami club, each location is 360 members. When we announced this in 2021, we sold the first 3 memberships on the day we announced it. We didn't even know what we were selling. We just said, here's an agreement. We'll figure it out later. We took 360 applications within 9 months. And then in the last 12 months, we've taken another 280 applications. We've been telling people we're sold out, but people are still applying. So we're about 60, 70% oversubscribed just for Miami. And we've taken a deposit, and we will convert those applicants into members just before we launch the club in about 2 months. We'll do that. So that's customer traction. That's the first one. From a capitalization perspective, the equity is fully raised. The debt's fully in place. Miami is a go. And then, the regulatory work, when people look at something like this, the first thing they say is, that's a fantasy. It's never going to happen. And I wouldn't be doing this unless it was a fantasy. But we realized very quickly that it is actually easier to build a club like this that's based on vessels for a variety of reasons. At least in the US, you have no permitting. So people ask us all the time, what permitting have you done? I said, none. There is no permit for me to get. All I have to do is make sure my boats are commercially registered. I have to make sure I'm not in an environmentally sensitive area, not blocking a navigation channel. I have to move around once in a while to show I'm a boat and I'm not building anything into the water, and that's it. And so we've answered all those questions, city, county, state, Coast Guard, everybody's comfortable with what we're building. And in fact, Coast Guard is helping us do all our training and staffing. So most of the milestones are done.
So Sam, what are the main risks to your business, and how do you plan to mitigate them?
So the first and biggest risk people will look at is what happens when a big storm comes in, especially Miami. So these were built by Miami designers with hurricanes in mind. We have a 3-part weather strategy, and in Miami at least, wind is your primary issue, it's not rain. Under 40-mile-an-hour winds, we stay open, no problem. Between 40 and 90-mile-an-hour winds, we're closed. Those wraparound decks that you see around each boat, they actually fold up, and they create a protective cage around each one of the boats. Because we are spudded up out of water, all the waves go right under us. We don't have to do anything, we just close. Theoretically, they can sustain 140-mile-an-hour winds. We're never going to test that. Once we hit 90-mile-an-hour winds, which is a Category 1 hurricane, you just put them back in water, take them up the river, they take them out of water, you wait 3-4 days, and you put them back in. The good thing with hurricanes is you have a 3-4 day heads up that it's coming. It takes us about 2 hours to move them out. So that's the primary weather risk. The secondary risk we have, I think, as with any other hospitality venue, is security. Who's coming on board? Who's coming on site? Especially once you're out on the water, who's out there? We are one of the very few clubs that runs a background check on all of our members. We have not had a single issue show up on any of our background checks, so that speaks to the level of people that are applying and coming in. But we also will have security, lifeguards on board, and I think everybody takes a certain element of risk. It's risk. You just have to judge how much you're taking, and we've done everything we can to carve out every bit of risk we see.
So my last question, are we judges invited to the lunch event in Miami?
You absolutely are. Okay, you guys are all coming. Just write down my email. Shoot me a message.
Do we have the contract?
Yeah. The interesting thing about that, as I've told a few people, is yes, you're all welcome. But when we launch, we don't launch with the 4 boats at once. We get 1 boat at a time, 1 per month. And so by October, we will have all 4, and that club will open up. So October and November is when you guys all want to make your travel plans. The interesting thing I'll tell you about, just a little bit more about that is our first 7 cities are Miami, New York, San Francisco, and LA. We'll do Newport Beach. And then we're hoping to do Cannes, Bodrum, and Dubai, and then hopefully Saudi here. We believe the West Coast is very, very ripe for what we're looking to do. In New York, it's our only cold weather city. So what we do at that club is in the spring, we're in the Hudson River. In the summer, we split the club. We send 2 of the yachts out to the Hamptons, keep 2. So if you're here on the weekdays, here on the weekends, you have a dual club. That's similar to me asking Soho House, can you pick up one of your rooms and send it out to the Hamptons, which is impossible. Bring it back for the fall. In the winter, we bring all 4 vessels down to Miami, and we connect them with the Miami 4. And that's because so many New Yorkers go down to Miami, and you don't want to put double the number of people on the same footprint of club. So we double the footprint of our club to maintain that, and then send them back up. So.
Fantastic. I love this idea. Just with the going back to the weather again. So Miami, winter, it gets cold. So you just close it up for 3 or 4 months during the winter?
No. Those New York vessels, they actually come down the East Coast and they go to Miami and they connect with those. So we just keep using them in the winter.
Right, but even Miami gets cold. So you'll keep that open year round.
Open year round, yeah. Miami in its peak winter is still t-shirt weather.
Okay.
Yeah, it's really nice. Now, interestingly, we've talked about a Dubai club or some other clubs in the Gulf Coast region, which, you can probably only be open half the year in Dubai, for example. So what we're looking at is for the appropriate city in Europe that would be closed in the opposite 6 months. So from the same set of 4 vessels, we operate 5 months in Dubai, transport for 1 month, operate 5 months in Amsterdam, for example, close transport for another month. From the same investment base, we can split that club and go back and forth. So.
Thank you very much, Sam.
Thank you very much, guys.
We have 2 more startups to go. The next one is an exciting one as well. She also has a stand right here. She was actually the winner of the Women Tech Startup Competition by UNTO. I'm very excited to have Sharan on stage with us, and we'll present SPARKLEHAZE. Good luck.
This part.
Yes, so we will put it up. Give me 1 second.
Hi everyone, Assalamu alaikum, good afternoon. We are Team SPARKLEHAZE, and we are a product development and consulting company. I'm Sharan, and today I'm going to present to you Woohoo. It's a device, it's a technology, it's an innovation. It's a voice assistant, it's a AI-based voice assistant. So the guest in the room now, they can control it through voice and touch. For example, by just saying a voice word, voice genie, order me a blanket, get me extra towels, or switch on the lights, or even book a cab, and many more things. There is no need for them to pick up a phone or call for a room service. They just give a voice command from anywhere in the room. Isn't it amazing? We have won, I have to click this. We have won the most innovative hospitality product award by Singapore Tourism Board, for Saudi Tourism Authority, and by UNWTO. We have won grants from Singapore Tourism Board, from Sharjah Tourism, from Dubai Tourism. Our product is relevant today, and it will be a necessity tomorrow. For the last few years, the hotel industry, the hotels, they are facing a massive skilled staff shortage. Many of the employees who were let go during COVID, they didn't want to come back. They found alternate careers. So what our product does, it helps reduce the dependency of staff, and it frees up the time for staff and improves productivity and efficiency. It has a marketplace, which makes it revenue generating. And extremely important in today's world. It is sustainable and guest compliant. This is what a typical, in a hotel, the bedside looks like. Cluttered, messy, and old school. And this is how Woohoo has transformed into one smart, minimalistic, all-in-one device. Now the cherry on the cake. It comes with generative AI and data engine. For the hotel managers, it becomes the go-to dashboard. It integrates the guest journey with various softwares and make it a one real-time dashboard. The AI recommendation engine also recommends based on real-time data. Today, we have integrations tested and tried with over 100 plus hospitality technologies. The AI-based automation also saves energy. It is a marketplace in the room. For last year, 400,000 interactions were recorded by Woohoo and helped generate a revenue of $2 million US. It is world's first ever generative AI voice assistant, which opens infinite opportunities for hotels to interact and engage with their guests. Saudi alone planning to open 320,000 new hotel rooms so the opportunity for Woohoo is huge. As of date, we have 3 models. Woohoo X Series, our flagship product, which is designed in California, and the speakers are by JBL by Harman. We also have a tablet-based model and a QR-based model. In summary, Woohoo is a voice assistant that enhances the guest experience, boosts the local tourism economy, promotes the green hospitality, and it's a very intelligent, real-based recommendation engine. This is our team. I'm Sharan, Kirti, and Surbi. We primarily driven by women. And this is how we work as a team. We also work as an outsourced CTO office for hotels and helps them to solve a problem of today or design something new that will reshape their future. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you.
Hi, Sharan.
Hi.
I believe this is a cool product.
Yes, it is.
Especially for people like me. So I have a question. Is there any, let's say, an existing demand for this product in the market, especially if we take into consideration the guests that we are having in the hotels? We have elderly, we have children, we have not all people would prefer technology. I think, yeah, this is the question.
Absolute question. Thank you so much. We believe the voice is the future, but we do understand that we have older people. That's why we have put voice and touch. So the voice, you can give the commands, but to look at the menu, food and beverage, or hotel information, there is touch. So there they can scroll through for the older people. We've also done the languages. So we have it in Arabic language, in French, in Dutch, many more. And we keep adding the language wherever we are going. Yeah.
One more question. What's your plans after that? I mean, what's your future plans to enhance SPARKLEHAZE?
So for our future plan is to be in every hotel in the world. So we keep on, we keep on innovating, we keep on adapting, we keep on we have integrations with 100 plus hotel technologies. So we keep on doing that. We also, like I said, we help the hotels to, because we do believe that there are hotels that are still old and they don't have infrastructure. We help them, we tell them about the new technologies, and then we work very closely with them to introduce the new technologies, and also we integrate. So we as a team, we keep looking out what are the new technology, what we can integrate and make it more smart. So that is our future. Our aim is to make it a most innovative product where the guest can has access to everything through our device. And our aim is to enhance the guest experience. I've been in the hospitality industry. I have stayed in hotels. I know how annoying is it when you come to the hotel room and the first thing, something is missing, and then you have to pick up a phone. And if they don't answer, there it goes. So I want an easy access, a convenience where I don't want to talk for this thing. I want to talk to someone. No, when you can automate the things, just pressing with one click, give me an extra towel. There it goes. So it picks up the backend system. The backend system comes to know. So this way, we are not only enhancing the guest experience, we are also streamlining the operations, and we are giving from our data-driven, we are giving a platform to them so that they come to know what's the preference, the guest preferences, which is very important in today's world. You want to enhance, you want to get to know what guest wants, and then you work accordingly. Thank you so much.
Thank you and good luck.
Thank you so much. No.
Just a quick question. So when I'm staying in a hotel room, I like speaking to an individual.
You like to speak to?
I like to speak to an individual, not to an AI, generated AI. How do you get around that?
So our device is also integrated with the PBX system. So you can actually make a phone calls through the device. So that's where you can talk to the reception anywhere. And we also, what we are planning is we provide one device which will have a camera there in the reception or wherever. So now you can have a video call with the front office as well.
Maybe I can add up one more point to it.
Sorry.
No worries.
This is Kirti.
Hello, everyone. So, as you rightly said, there are a lot of people who doesn't really want to talk to people, but there are a lot of people who actually want to talk to human beings. So the advantage of this device to be adding in, if you see the new generation and the introverts that are there, like one of me is I would avoid talking to anyone as much as possible. So the staff is actually free to cater to the people who actually prefer talking to human beings rather than the people who doesn't really want to talk to human beings, consuming most of their front desk time is now free because they can actually communicate to the device and feel comfortable and interact with the system. So now you have enough time to interact with them. They can even cater to the needs, and they can actually even understand your preferences and mindfully spend time rather than trying to cater to everyone's preferences in there.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Oh. Thank you, ladies. We only have one more startup to go. I'm very excited to have Miss Lorelei on stage. Actually, Lorelei has been a candidate at the startup den in FHS Dubai in 2022 already. So give her a big round of applause for her pitch. Thank you, Lorelei.
Hello. Good afternoon, everyone. You might be putting into a lot of energy into FHS this week, so you might want to disconnect and reconnect with your better half this weekend. So you Google couple staycation Saudi Arabia. First search result, a local media listing Saudi staycation ideas. Great, but it's only giving you destination insights and you have no hotels being suggested. All right, on to the next search result. A local e-commerce platform selling staycation vouchers. But you do need an actual instant confirmation to secure your stay for this actual weekend. So you're turning to a global OTA. So they have gathered a selection of romantic hotels in Saudi Arabia. Perfect. But from the first three search results, you can tell that they're actually not quite fitting for a couple StayK. So you'll browse through extensively yourself to find a romantic staycation. You do end up finding one, but from the description, you have no idea what type of food is served, the activities offered at the property, or the events that might happen during your stay. Well, it shouldn't be that complicated to book a getaway, no? And it isn't anymore with StayK. StayK is an experience-driven and domestic market-focused online travel agency, bridging the gap between staycation fit hotels and local traveler with a marketing agency approach in mind. Sorry, just for the video. Sorry. Sorry about that. So as opposed to rate-driven OTA giants, the booking journey on StayK is content and experience-driven. So instead of a generic and factual description that you get displayed on most OTAs, we write a tailor-made story of the hotel, taking you on a 24-hour getaway at the hotel for you to clearly understand what it is about this hotel that makes it a getaway in itself. You get the key features and the key details about the property to understand what are the available facilities, amenities, and who is this staycation ideal for. And when booking a staycation, the hotel becomes a destination itself. So you want to be able to experience everything that the hotel has to offer with different packages to choose from and bookable a click away. And you also want to know everything that is happening at the hotel during your stay, the food offer, the activities. So that's why we created a section called Explore the Experiences for you to have all the details you need without having to yet open another tab. And you're browsing through StayK, you're still not sure which key to pick, you can reach out to one of our key advisors for our live chat service. So yes, the trend nowadays is ChatGPT-powered chatbot, but we decided to go back to the essential, human, simply because they are the foundation of the hospitality industry. So this is the current market size for domestic tourism in UAE, being the starting point of StayK, currently standing at 2.5 billion US dollars. If we zoom in on the Saudi Arabia data, so Saudi Arabia Vision 2030 aims to attract 150 million visitors annually, with half of this demand coming from domestic tourism. And it's well on its way of being achieved. From the latest data in 2023, with 77 million domestic tourists being domestic tourists, representing 74% of all tourists in 2023. If we have a quick look at StayK's competition, so we have identified Groupon and Corbon selling staycation vouchers, Time Out and Watson offering staycation advertising opportunities for staycation hotels, and of course the likes of Booking.com and Al Musafir. Our business model is the following. So we have 4 different revenue streams. So first, to ensure a complete offering to hotels and also to ensure a sustainable revenue growth for StayK. So a nominal commission per booking, a hotel yearly subscription flat fee for all seasonal promotional content, advertorial, and video production. So a quick overview of our milestones. So we raised the nominal pre-seed back in November 2021. We made up until now with 150 staycation fit hotels in the UAE. We launched in the summer of 2023, and we are already starting generating revenue. This is some of our hotel partners. So from glamping destination to wellness retreats, desert immersion to heritage immersion. So actually we select all of our property in person. We vet them by visiting them, ensuring that there is this staycation feeling. And it also allows us to tell the full story of the hotel down to the smell and the sounds when you step into the property. This is our current traction in terms of our website performance. So we started at 70K impression for the first 4 months of our launch. And now we're at 150K impression for the last 4 months. And in terms of visits and users to our website, it has quadrupled since our launch. And something very important to note here is that all of the traction that we get is through organic efforts. So no paid advertising, no PPC campaign, and no advertorial in the press. This is a snapshot of all the countless booking inquiries that we receive through our social media and our live chat service. So really showing the need for a human touch whilst you book online. Our next steps, so we are currently starting a new fundraising, aiming at closing it at the end of Q2 this year. In Q3, we'll integrate a direct connectivity channel manager to allow us to onboard more hotels onto StayK. And Q4, we are planning to expand it to Saudi Arabia along with the launch of our Arabic version of the website. So this is StayK, and I'm Lorelei, the master key keeper at StayK, and we are the key to your next getaway. Thank you. Any question, please?
Thank you so much, Lorelei, for the great pitch. I love the idea. With many online travel agencies focused solely internationally, it makes sense for some to focus domestically or even regionally. My first question for you would be, how are the needs of local travelers different from the needs of international travelers?
Okay, so basically, when you're looking at if you're looking to do a staycation, right? So let's say you'll go most of the time on booking.com. As you know, this billboard effect is easily to browse through and everything. But being a local, being a domestic traveler, you know what are the standards in a hotel. So you know that you don't need to know that if there is an ironing board, AC in the room, and so on and so forth. And also, you don't need to know how far away is it from the airport. So all those details that are integrated into OTA giants are not relevant at all for domestic travel. So that's why we took into account all the aspects into the user booking journey to translate it in responding to domestic traveler needs when looking for a getaway, down to let's say filters. We have a perfect for filters on StayK, so perfect for families, solo, couple staycation, and then great to relax, party, stargaze. You know, all these details that are actually Google keywords that you're looking for when looking for a staycation. So this is how we differentiate ourselves. It's really by looking at what are the domestic travel needs when looking and booking for a getaway.
Thank you so much. My second question would be, can you just walk us a little bit through the services that your platform will provide?
Of course. So we are actually already live. So first we do the whole listing setup. So down through the copywriting, we do imagery capture as well. If there is anything missing from the imagery of the hotel, since we have more liberty on our website, since we're not strained by the brand guidelines of the hotel group. And we also do video production, so mainly being pushed out on social media. So for example, we create 24-hour video. So it's a snapshot of 24-hour stay in 24 seconds that we push on social media with timestamp. You know, so 3 p.m. you check in, 3:30 you unlock your room, and so on and so forth until the next morning. And it's from a point of view perspective. So we want to bring in something also fresh for local traveler to have a transparent sneak peek into the next getaway, rather than only relying on influencer video always being in the frame when reviewing a hotel.
Thank you so much. My third question would be, how does the messaging for a destination differ if the target audience is local?
Sorry, can you?
So how does the messaging differ if you're targeting a local audience?
Okay, so first of all, so what we've noticed, through our market research back 5 years ago, is that when hotels are being promoted into local media, they're all marketed as the best hotel. They're the most, the best, I don't know, pick your superlatives, right? So actually it gets very confusing for us as local travelers to pick a hotel, because if everybody is the best, nobody is, right? It's something very subjective. So that's why in the storytelling that we do is that we remain very transparent. We just tell the hotel story as it is, because if the hotel is here, it has a reason of being here. So why not just tell the story as it is? So this is how we make the differentiation in promoting hotels into the local market, so that you can make the differentiation between two hotels standing next to each other, wherever in the world where you're living.
Thank you so much. I'll hand over to my co-judge who has a few other questions for you.
Thank you. I would like to ask you, what are the top 3 trends driving your market growth?
Sorry, I didn't hear you.
What are the top 3 trends driving your market's growth?
The 3 trends. Okay, so I would say, it's very seasonal, first of all. So it's really focusing, let's say, especially during the summer. Then there is all the public holidays as well. And it also, you drive it through different promotion that you do. right? So right now we're actually working on with a local tour operator or local artists. Like for example, we're in touch with a lady that does a sip and paint kind of workshop, and she does only like in hotels, during the evening. So we want to invite her during a staycation to offer her services to the traveler that have booked this whole staycation experience. So I think it's about seasonality and also what kind of special experience that you craft for your audience. And since it's limited, seating and rooms, then there is like, of course, this FOMO kind of thing that has been.
Interesting. What's your long-term vision for the company, and how do you plan on doing returns for your investors?
Of course. So the long-term vision, of course, I mean, staycation now have been becoming a global trend. We actually started working on StayK back at the end of 2019. This is where we get the idea because we observed the market gap in the UAE market. And I'm a hotelier myself. So I have 8 years of experience in luxury properties in Paris, Ras Al Khaimah, in Abu Dhabi as well. And this is how I gathered the needs from the local travelers and the hoteliers for such a platform. So coming back, sorry, so it started back then, and we noticed that now it's a trend that is there globally. Should it be in Europe, in the US, in Asia? So for us, of course, it will be global expansion, but of course, baby steps. So now we're building strong foundation in the UAE, making sure that we have the right technology to scale up as well. Because one of the main roadblocks that we have at the moment to onboard more hotel is having a direct connectivity. So that's why this is our second goal of the year by Q3, once we did our next fundraising. And for our investor, I think it's something quite exciting, having the opportunity to joining an adventure of what could be most likely, hopefully, the next, booking.com for staycations. That's our hope.
Best of luck.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Lorelei. So we're done. All of the startups are done. Congratulations, all of you. You did such a great job. We're now going to take a quick 15 minutes with the judges. We're just going to talk about all of the pitches. I just want to remind you what the winners will get. So the first prize winners will get a stay at Rosh Rohan by Rotana, a 2-night weekend stay for 2 people, including breakfast. And you'll also have a one-on-one mentorship with all 4 judges that were here today. And finally, you will be named the winner, and you'll go on stage at the FHS award ceremony tomorrow. It's on the summit stage from 10:45 to 11 a.m. So I will remind you all of that to the next winner. So please be around. We'll be here in about, right now it's 3:40. So at 3:55, please come back and we will announce the winners. Thank you all again.